planners and bullet journals, art projects, organized planner chic.
Well, hello! I welcome you to Organized Planner Chic. I'm Lucinda, and this is my bullet journal setup for 2019. So don't be afraid of the orange cover right now. Today is October 31st, and of course we're moving into November, and so this is the cover that I'm using right now, but I'll be switching to a different one for December and January and throughout the year. This is just one that I made out of an old Mead cover, which was a Mead calendar, and I covered it with some duct tape and decorated it, and it holds my bullet journal and one other insert. So it's basically a traveler's notebook that can hold two inserts, and the first one is holding my bullet journal, and I make and sell these in my Organized Planner Chic Etsy shop. Alright, so let's open this up and then we'll see the bullet journal. Alright, let me line it up for you guys. And so there's just a pocket right here with a bunch of stuff in it. There's the bullet journal that I'll be using, and then there's one other insert. This is a craft folder that I made also from my Etsy shop, and it's just got a little bookmark I made out of a card that my husband gave me. And then this insert will be for my business, for Etsy and YouTube, but we're not going to focus on that because I haven't set that up for 2019 yet. We're just going to focus on this beautiful lady right here. So this is a bullet journal that I purchased from Michaels. The one that I used for 2018 was also from Michaels, and I'll be doing a separate flip through video for that. But it, of course, didn't have the sticker on it. It was just all gray, and it's a dot grid. We'll open it up. But this was one of those stickers that you can get from the Dollar Tree that's supposed to be like wall decals. And there's a bunch of different ones, you know, all in one set. There's like maybe 7 or 8 on one side and 7 or 8 on the other side. And I just really love succulents, so I put that on the cover for it. And then I have a couple of a couple of pen holders here. There's a black one there, and then there's a pink one all the way here in the back, and these are from Mambi, Me and My Big Ideas. Alright, and so let's go ahead and go on the inside. So for the title, or for the very front, I just put my name and then my different things like my email, my Etsy shop URL, my YouTube URL, my Instagram name, Facebook business page name, my Facebook group name, and my Twitter name. Always so that I just have them here of a reference. Sometimes I forget sometimes I forget the Twitter one is called Organized Plans because the whole thing won't fit at Organized Planner Chic. So, alright, and then here is the index. And so I found on my last bullet journal, or actually all the ones that I've had, that I don't tend to use all of the pages if they're provided for an index. So this actually came with 3 pages set up for an index. So you can kind of see by the way it's lined out. See here, but I never use these other 2 pages, so I set it up a little differently. So I put up here at the top that this one starts in November 2018. The last one started November 2017 and went through October 2018. So I'm not sure, because I'm doing fewer pages per month I think this year, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to go all the way through to December, but that is the goal. And so here I've got my index, and this is how it looks. So I put pink and green to kind of mark those initial pages that I will be flipping through all throughout the year, all the time. So they're kind of ongoing use pages, and then the monthly pages are marked down here. And then for those next 2 pages that are designed for indexing, I changed it, or next 3, is it 3 pages? Yeah, because there's 4 whole pages for that, and I definitely don't use that. So I marked them for the year in pictures. So I will be putting little pictures in here throughout the year, and that will cover that. Alright, so then I've got the 2019 year at a glance, and I made the kind of whole calendar section to be all pink, or pink and white. And I'm definitely being more minimalistic this year because I felt like I spent way too much time decorating last year. not that there's anything wrong with decorating a lot, but I wanted to maximize my time to do more in some other areas, and do more art outside of my bullet journal, where I'm actually producing things that you can download on my Etsy shop and so forth and so on. So, but you will see some decor in here. So here's the year at a glance. And then here is my future log. So it starts with December 2018. And I did mess up a little bit. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera. So there's some whiteout or correction tape right there. So I've got a little tiny calendar, because last year I had a big calendar. I'd used 2 pages, 1 page for each month, and it was just more than I needed because I had a lot of unused space and I had a big calendar. So this time I divided each page in half, just put a tiny calendar for reference, and then put the things that I know are going to be coming up on those months in 2019, and gave me room to add plenty of other things as they come along throughout the year. Okay, and just going on to the last month, December 2019. And then I had this extra room, so what I thought I would do, since this is the calendar section, is add possible outings. So I'll be looking, I did a couple of them, but I'll be looking throughout the year at, you know, calendars for the city, things to do in the city, which there are tons. I live in the Phoenix metro, and there are always lots of festivals and art things and, you know, everything you can imagine going on all the time. And so as I become aware of things, I'll put it on this calendar as possible outings. So every month I want to go to at least one artistic festival type thing in the city. All right. And then this is the 2020 prep, which I did last year as well, where as the year goes on, when I have things that I know are being scheduled for the next year, I'll write them on here. As I complete a month, like November, or actually be December, in here, then I'll start marking the things that I know that I need to put on my calendar for January of 2020, you know, the holidays and things like that. So for instance, I know our family is going on a trip to Hawaii in June, and my son, mother, and niece and I are going to Japan in July, all in 2020, sorry, in 2020. Okay, move out of the way, Pompon. All right, and then here is my savings tracker. It's not all of my savings, but it's a savings tracker that we did last year for a particular account, where we started with $1 the first week, and we gave a dollar more every week. So by the 52nd week, we were giving $52 that week into a particular savings account. And so I've got the formula here, but I need to discuss with my husband if it's going to be $1 again added each week this year, if we want to do $2 or what for that particular account. So like we started with $1 for that account in 2018, and we're ending with, I think, $1,375 by the 52nd week. All right, so that's how I'm tracking that. And then this is, I'm a disabled veteran, so this is just for me to keep track of correspondence and notes and things involving the Veterans Administration and the Disabled American Veterans Administration as well. And then this is for tracking my car maintenance, which I did a great job of doing last year. It helps me make sure I remember when I need to, here in Arizona, or at least in the Phoenix area, car batteries, even though you may buy like a 84-month battery, which I did, in 2 years it dies because of the heat. It just does. And so if you can bring it in before that 2-year mark date passes, and it doesn't pass all of the checks, then you can get it replaced for free. I have a Toyota one from the dealership, so even if it dies after the 2 years, it's prorated, so you don't pay the full amount, which is what happened for me this year. So I'm going to be tracking so I can bring it in before that 2-year mark hits. But also my oil changes and my things like your spark plugs and your things that come up due that you need to track, and my tire rotations and the health of my tires and about when they need to be replaced and all that stuff. It really helps to track that so you can be prepared and you can be proactive before things fall apart. Okay, and then this is a really simple social media tracker. I don't really like the way the colors turned out, so I'll probably be adding color in here as I put the numbers, but I just put it all in one place this time. And so at the end of every month, I'll put the number count for all the different areas of social media, including YouTube, for me throughout the year. And then here will be my vision board, which I haven't developed yet, but I'll be doing that in November and December. I'll be finishing a pictorial journaling type, with tactile things in here and images and all that for my vision for 2019. And then we come into the first month in this bullet journal, which is November. And this coloring page you can download for free if you're a member of my Organized Planner Chic crew Facebook group. I create a new one every month that you can download and color. And then also this is available now for purchase in my Organized Planner Chic Etsy shop. The colored version is. So I will be making the colored version every month available for purchase. And then this, I just have a place for my goals for the month: personal, business, Etsy, and YouTube. And I didn't mark 1, 2, 3 or a bunch of boxes this time, because I just want to not hold myself to a certain number this year. I just want to be really think through what I want to try to accomplish in a month, realizing you can only do so much. And then here is the November calendar, which I will continue to do a physical. I don't like how that's turning the paper. A laid out calendar like this going forward, because it just works better for my brain. There were some months last year where I had it where you just write the number, 1 through 30 or 31 on the left, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, next to it the first letter of the day of the week, and then I wrote things to the right. But I didn't use it as much. It just wasn't as friendly to me. So and I'll definitely have not filled this out yet for what's going on in November, but I wanted to make sure I put Thanksgiving Day on there. And then just the theme, for November is fireplace cozy, and so I just put some candles here for just a little bit of decor. And then this is the most of the decor that I'm doing, at least for now, except for when I get to the weekly pages. I'm going to decorate those as I necessarily see fit as the week progresses, but I'll show you that in a moment. I definitely reduced my habit tracker because I was tracking so much stuff, and some of the things I was tracking I really didn't need to track. Like certain things were automatic that I know I do every day. I get up and pray every day. I read my Bible. I do scripture memorization. I say some positive affirmations. I eat breakfast. I take vitamins. I don't always listen to the news. That's why that's on here. And things like that. And so I decided I'm only going to track the things that I need to track, because I know they're things that I either don't like to do much, or I tend to forget, or I tend to prioritize other things over them, or they're things that there's a purpose for tracking that I need to evaluate at the end of the month or end of the year. So I reduced it to these things, and I'm going to track the business related things in the separate insert. Now, I didn't do well with tracking separately and a separate bullet journal for the business stuff this last year. I did okay. Some certain things I did, but other details I didn't that I really need to. And so I made sure I put that insert inside this so that I can look in one place. Because I didn't want to, I just didn't always want to go and flip through everything in that other bullet journal. So I think it'll work better this way. And so there's some pretty candles. And then I'm going to do a brain dump. So instead of doing where I had, what is it called? Things to buy, waiting on list, I thought I would just do a brain dump. And here I'll put things like if I order anything, or if there's anything I need to buy, or things that I just need to remember, figure out a place to manage or whatever, and I'll do a brain dump every month. And then here is what the first week will look like at the beginning. So I will have a things to do list, and I'm not going to put 10 spaces, because I don't know if I'm going to need to do 10 things that week. That might be too much depending on what I definitely have to do. So I'm just going to start at when I set up a week, I'm just going to do it like this, and then when I get ready to plan for the week, that, you know, the night before or a couple of days before, then I'll actually write out what my things to do are and solidify that. And then I'll just start with the first day, and I'll do it more of a journaling style with paper and washi tape and maybe ribbon or things like that, things glued and pasted in, and then just kind of go it through that way instead of drawing it all out at the beginning of the week and then maybe not even using all those things the way that I need to use them. Okay, so the most important thing to do is to make sure that I know what I need to do and I'm tracking that I'm doing it. And then that is it for the setup for 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. All of my subscribers get an additional discount in my Organized Planner Chic Etsy shop, and that discount is in the comments below, and there's a new one every month. And also be sure and check out my Organized Planner Chic Crew Facebook group, where you get a free coloring page to download, and I do very frequent giveaways. And until next time, everyone, happy planning!